Hey guys, Dave from Dave's Boiler Shop Works here, and on this video we're doing another water pump. Now, I'm not going to bore you with the costs and breakdowns and everything. This is my old 78 Dodge. The water pump is not actually leaking, but the bearings on it are rough. It's something that I haven't replaced yet. And when a rig sits for 25 years or more, which I believe it was more, they're allowed to have some foibles, as it were. So we're gonna get this water pump replaced. This guy right here, it was obviously replaced at some point in its previous history. Not abnormal. Horrible color paint though. I don't know what this blue is, man. It's not. It's definitely not a Dodge blue. But like these valve covers over here, this is an original Chrysler turquoise of the 1978 variety. But overall, we're going to pull the rad shroud, pull the cooling fan, the rad fan off. Going to pull the pulley, pull the alternator bracket, power steering bracket, unbolt the water pump and the hoses, drain the coolant out, and we're gonna get that guy out of there. So yeah, hang out, have some fun. Maybe we'll all learn something together, who knows. Okay, I have got everything disconnected basically. Power steering's disconnected, alternator's disconnected, brackets and everything are loose. Hoses are off, coolant's drained out. Now the water pump actually looks fairly new here, but it's really stiff to move. Once it moves free, but I can see the seal has the grease leaked out of it, like the lubricant, and it's got just a shade of up and down play, and it's the bearing itself. It's a double bearing that was giving me problems. It was making a horrendous noise. So without further ado, pull the water pump out of there. And there it is.
Huh.
It looks clean on the back side. Pretty nice. But if I look, oh yeah, it was getting ready to start leaking. Right in there, there's a seal. I don't know if you guys can really see it or not, but that seal section is poking out, and that's from the impeller starting to wobble and move. So that makes me pretty happy that I'm replacing this. And it was about 50 bucks Canadian for all my American followers. 50 bucks Canadian. So what is that in American? 28 cents, maybe $9. But regardless, that water pump is out, and we got to clean up a little bit of gasket surface and put the new water pump on and start putting everything back together. Good deal. Here's our new one, by the way, and it's new, not remanufactured. Slightly different design here, but overall it's the same. Smaller impeller. Like, look at the big guy, and then look at the smaller one. I don't know which one I like more. I like the bigger one more, honestly. But this was what was in stock locally available to me, and I needed something before the Christmas holidays hit. Because this is my daily driver. I need my daily driver to get to work. Regardless, it fits. It's the same. It'll go on. Everything else appears to be the same. I'm happy. Do I like the changes in design? Does it seem cheaper to me? Yeah. The smaller impeller concerns me a little bit, but the worst case, my engine will warm up a little bit more in the winter time, which is where I'm primarily driving this thing. So I'll take it. Can you pick up the alternator like that? Just hold it up. Yeah?
Yeah.
This will make it easier. almost there. Alright, okay, we're almost there. We got sealer on our bolts. I put sealer on every single bolt just to be on the safe side, except for the very top one, because it just goes open to the timing cover casing. And all of our brackets are lined back up. Our gasket is dry, which is fine by me. I just gotta roll these bolts in. Almost forgot this bracket right here. I want this bolt. Okay, making progress. We leave him loose, and we leave this guy loose for adjusting the pulleys, the belts actually. Three, total of 7 water pump bolts. 3 go into the timing cover, 3 go all the way, 4, squeak, 4 go all the way through to the engine block, through the timing cover. Down here. Okay, before I tighten that last one, I got to put the pulley and the fan back on. Two. 3. 4. And 1 for good measure. Only a couple items left. I'll put the shroud on and tighten up the fan belt, then start bleeding out the cooling system. I think anyway. All the hoses are back on, the pulleys are tight. Yeah, snug up the alternator belt, and we're doing reasonably well. Well, I will say that by the time we're done working on this truck, which will probably be never, the cooling system will be perfectly clean. We've opened it up to do the intake manifold gaskets recently, because they were puking oil at the back of the china wall. Opened it up to do the, what do you call it? Oh, that block heater. And now more recently we've opened it up to do a water pump, and in doing the water pump I discovered that the lower right hand corner of my radiator is starting to seep. So that's not good news. Just means I got something else to keep an eye on, is all. Now pick up alternator. And tighten bolt. Right, like that. And then this guy. Last water pump bolt to tighten up before we can put coolant in it. Sweet. There. Belt's good, belt's good. That's fine. One thing I do love about the older rigs though, guys, this is literally the bulk of the tools I used. And just for getting the hose clamps off easy. That's pretty good. I've taken more stuff off for newer rigs than you can shake a stick at, just to get at a simple water pump. This is just straight up universal antifreeze. Nothing crazy. Now, I'm going to fire it up and run that. We're going to burp this one the old way. As you remember, the last couple of jobs I've done here, I've used my vacuum suction buoys. But the last time I used the suction tool, I couldn't hold a steady vacuum on my truck, and the reason why is that lower corner of the radiator. So I'm not going to stress that seepage by trying to pull a hard vacuum. I'm just going to fire up the truck let it warm up, let it burp, top up the cooling system, call her a day. I love how good it fires up. I just love it. Well, there we are. Worked like a charm. Water pump is replaced. Cooling system's bled. Thermostat opened up. Topped it up. Good to go. Now this thing doesn't have a recovery tank either. It's the pre-generation. I think 79 I started with recovery tanks. Maybe 80. Either way, 78 it dribbles onto the ground if it's over full, so I left it intentionally about halfway up in the tank for heat expansion, and that's where this job is going to end. I don't know, we'll see how the video turned out. If you guys liked it or not, let me know. We're gonna call that good. Like I said, I found out that my radiator is leaking, seeping. I got time, it's not going to blow up tomorrow. But the radiator, and then I have to actually change my alternator as well because it is still making some bearing noise. The majority of it's gone with the water pump, but the alternator is I spun it when I was doing the water pump job, and yeah, the alternator is a little bit rough, so those old bearings didn't like sitting for 25 years either. Imagine that. Gotta love it, guys. But I have a pile of used alternators at my place. I'll pick up something that's spins smooth and tests out okay, and we're gonna take it from there with that. But anyway, I'm Dave from Dave's Glory Shopworks. We had Natalie on camera, and we are going to say goodnight. Have a wonderful day, and since we're not going to be talking to you, Happy New Year from Dave and Nat at Dave's Glory Shopworks. We appreciate every single one of you, and we'll see you on the next one. Happy New Year, guys.